Hello everyone. Let us discuss an important topic today, which is Kagan approach, a cooperative learning approach. Kagan approach is an approach wherein the lessons are designed such that all members of each team participate. Here the students participate equally, so ensuring the success for all, and learn to support and value each other both socially and academically. So from this we can understand that here we participate as teams in a classroom, and we see to it that all the groups or all the members of the team in a classroom they participate equally so that they value each other socially and academically, and they all ensure success for all. Here there are no passive students because there is active participation from the part of the students. So it's all about engagement. This creates a more effective teaching learning environment in the classroom because they are all engaged in the activities and they are not merely listening to the talk in the classroom. The ability of pupils to work with others is an important life skill. So when they work in a team and when they work with each other, it is taken care that they understand this important life skill which will help them not only in the school but when they move out of the school and lead their life. Working with others actually improves understanding, and it also stretches the high ability and lower ability pupils alike. So it's all about developing that understanding among the students, which can only be done when they work together as a team and when they contribute to each other's success. Now, Kagan in the year 1994, he came up with a concept of cooperative learning, which we also call a Kagan approach, which is a systematic pedagogical strategy. So it is a pedagogical strategy in which small teams, each with students of different levels of ability. So this is very important. So here the students are not grouped based on equal levels of ability, but they are of different levels, and they use a variety of learning activities to improve understanding of the subject. So here it is a composition of students made up of different levels of intellectual ability, emotional ability. So they are grouped together and they work towards a common goal, which is nothing but improving the understanding of the subject, and they do it by making use of various learning activities. So now when we talk about cooperative learning, as we know that they work in a smaller groups, so it provides a place to them where they actively participate. Respect is given to every member because each one's contribution is significant. Projects and questions interest and challenge students. If they are working on very interesting activities, various projects and questions in a group, it interests them and it also challenges the students. Here the students think critically on certain issues and it helps them develop the critical thinking ability. And as they work together in a group, it also helps them understand how to go about taking a collective decision. Now, what exactly are Kagan structures? So it is a cooperative learning approach, but it is not a group work. Just because the students are divided into small teams or small groups doesn't make it a group work. It is devised by an American educator, Spencer Kagan, hence the name Kagan Structures, who came up with over 200 different structures. So these structures are nothing but the activities. So they help in promoting thinking skills among students, social skills among students as they work together in a team. It helps in increasing the self-esteem because each one's contribution and each one is accountable for what they are doing. Enjoyment, since they are working with their friends, they will definitely enjoy the task that they are doing. And engagement in learning. And as they are enjoying, they are also engaged in the task which is given by the teacher. Now, let us have a quick look at the principles of cooperative learning. The first one is positive interdependence. Second one is individual accountability. Third one is equal participation. And the last one, that is S, that stands for simultaneous interaction. So we'll see what exactly each of these principles mean. Although the term which is mentioned here is self-explanatory, let us have an in-depth understanding of these principles. So as we just said, that the first principle, that is positive interdependence, it is where the students feel that we are on the same side and that they need each other. So since they're working on a common task or maybe towards a common goal, they develop that feeling of interdependence, and that interdependence is positive because they feel that they need each other and they're dependent on each other and they are doing something for the same reason. So it helps develop that positive interdependence. Second one is individual accountability. Here the students feel that they cannot hide and they are accountable to the success of the team. So here each one's contribution is equally important because each one's points of view or each one's activity or whatever task that they are assigned is will be contributing to the success of the team. Equal participation is the third principle. Here, each and every student equally participates in the teaching learning process, so it helps equal participation. And the last one, that is S, which is simultaneous interaction. So here students interact simultaneously in the teaching and learning process. So as they are learning something, they are also interacting with the group members and they are also getting the understanding about the topic that they are working on. So now let us understand how we can make use of these Kagan structures, which are also called cooperative learning activities, in our teaching and learning process. So the first activity that we can refer to is round robin, or which is also called a round table cooperative learning structure. Here, these structures are used to brainstorm ideas and generate a large number of responses to a single question or a group of questions. So a teacher would be posing a question to the students and the students in a group, okay, which is called a round table or a round robin group, where each group will have to contribute their ideas to a given topic. Now the type of structure that is round robin is the kind of spoken form. Round table is a written form which is easily adaptable. So each of these types could be used in the classroom for various topics that the teacher has to discuss. And it could be completed in a groups of 4. So you can just divide the classroom in a group of 4 and just ask them to contribute to a given topic in a lane-wise. So you can divide the classroom lane-wise into 4 groups and accordingly you can go about this activity. The second one is rally table and the third one is rally robin. So let us first see what exactly is rally table about. So here in pairs, students alternate generating written responses. So here students alternately respond to a given question. So students work with their face or shoulder partners. So they would either work with the person who is sitting next to them or maybe the person who is sitting just in front of them. And this activity can also be completed in a group of 4. That's a rally table. Now rally robin is here in pairs, students alternate generating oral responses. So here it is a written response, the same manner, similar type of activity could be conducted in an oral response. Next is stand up, hand up, and pair up. So here the teachers stand up, hand up, pair up as quick as you can. Okay, a teacher commands the students, and students stand up and keep one hand in the air until they find a partner. Then they high five the partner. Then teacher asks a question or gives an assignment to them, and the teacher provides them the think time in order to answer that given question. So here they just pair up with someone and then they work towards a given task. Next is quiz grade. So this is basically a whole class activity where each student in the group is given a card with a question and an answer from the topic being discussed or revised. So you can note that it can be used to discuss the topic which is studied already. And here students move around the room and teacher tells the students to stop and pair up. So they just simply move around the room and wherever the teacher tells them to stop, they stop there and they pair up with someone, whoever is around them. So partner A quizzes partner B. So partner A, if you are partner A and you have been paired up with someone else, so you question the other partner and partner A coaches if necessary and then partners switch parts. So accordingly they work. Now let us have a look at, so these structures that we have seen so far are some of these structures of Kagan's cooperative learning. So there are 200 altogether. So we can go through each one of them, which are available online and in many of the books, and we can see which one is suitable for the kind of topic that we are discussing, and we can use it in the class. I have discussed only 3 to 4 structures here. So now let us understand what are the benefits of using these Kagan structures or cooperative learning structures. Multiple studies show that Kagan structures promote social skills through positive interaction with their peers. So they develop the social skill as we have already seen in the previous discussion as well. Here, the students develop self-esteem and increase motivation for learning. So it helps in developing self-esteem. They become accountable. They give importance to their point of view, and which helps in building the self-esteem. And it also increases the motivation to learn. It promotes development of language skills like speaking and listening, because they have to contribute their point of view to speaking, or sometimes listening to what others has to say. It also helps in encouraging students to justify, debate, and argue a case, and which helps them to understand a given concept deeply, and they can think critically on it, and because of which they can do these 3 things, that is justify, debate, and argue on a case. So this was all about Kagan structures and how these Kagan structures or Kagan cooperative learning, and how it can be used in a classroom by making use of all the 200 structures which are developed by Spencer Kagan. So if you have any queries related to this topic, please feel free to type it in the chat box. Thank you.